For the last several years, our top priority has been adequate revenue to fund services. And finally, in the last session, they did some work at the legislature to close this structural gap. So we thought maybe we weren't going to have to talk about money so much. However, there is one big gap out there, and that's in transportation funding. So we will be watching and working on that.
But that's not your first priority this year.
But our two top priorities this year are redistricting reform and protection of the environment.
Let's start with redistricting reform.
Sure. What we are doing is working with Delegate Braveboy, who is the chair of the Black Legislative Caucus, has written a bill that would create a task force to look at how redistricting is done in other jurisdictions, as well as different academic models for how redistricting is done, and look at how we do it in Maryland and make some recommendations to the General Assembly about how we could make our process more fair, more open, and more accountable.
Let me ask you this. You don't get involved with issues as a league unless you see a problem, unless you see an issue that needs to be resolved.
Or unless you have a position on it, yes.
What is the issue that you see
with
redistricting?
John Sarbanes' district. It looks like an amoeba.
Definitely there was a lot of disappointment among a lot of people that communities of compactness and contiguity were not created this time when they drew the districts. In addition,
and we're talking about congressional districts.
And the legislative districts as well.
And the state legislative districts. Okay.
It appears, you don't know the motives, but it appears that districts were drawn to favor certain incumbents and or the people that drew the districts wanted to favor, and others weren't. And that's not the way that they should be done. The problem in Maryland, though, like with congressional districts, is you can't challenge that in court because there are absolutely no standards for how congressional districts should be drawn.